Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Atiqah Binti Zulkefli and my metric number is E23B2845. Welcome to my e-portfolio presentation. My field of interest is water quality, and in this portfolio, I will be presenting my research entitled Water Quality Status at LATA KERTAS DABONG Kelantan based on the Water Quality Index WQI. I chose this topic because LATA KERTAS is a growing ecotourism site, and I was curious about how increased tourist activity might be affecting the quality of its natural water resources. So now, let's dive deeper into my research topic and begin with the introduction. LATA KERTAS is a well-known ecotourism destination in Kelantan, located near Gunung Stong State Park. In recent years, the site has attracted a growing number of tourists, while this supports local tourism. It also raises concerns about environmental stress, particularly on water resources. The main objective of this study is to scientifically assess the water quality at LATA KERTAS using the Malaysian Water Quality Index WQI. This research focuses on the impact of human activities such as improper waste disposal, recreational usage, and chemical contamination on the river's condition. The increasing popularity of LATA KERTAS, especially during weekends and public holidays, has raised growing concerns about pollution, particularly from littering, bathing activities, and improper waste disposal by visitors. These human activities can degrade the natural water quality and threaten both the ecosystem and public health. To address this, my study used the Water Quality Index WQI as a systematic and scientific approach to evaluate the current condition of the river. By analyzing key water quality parameters, the research aims to provide data-driven recommendations for more sustainable site management and environmental protection. Now, let's move on to the problem statement and objective of the study. Even though LATA KERTAS is a popular ecotourism destination, several important issues have been identified. First, there is no systematic water quality assessment being conducted using the Water Quality Index WQI at this site. Second, the specific contaminants that are affecting the water quality remain unclear, making it difficult to take targeted action. Third, the impact of increasing tourism on water quality has not been truly studied, which limits our understanding of human-induced stress. And finally, there is a lack of long-term planning for sustainable water quality management in the area. In response to these challenges, this study was designed to achieve the following objective: to assess the current water quality status of LATA KERTAS using standard WQI parameters, to identify the main pollutants that are contributing to water quality deterioration, to analyze how tourism activities influence changes in the water quality indicators, and finally, to propose recommendations for a more effective long-term and sustainable water quality management strategy. The scope of the study has been carefully structured to focus on key elements that influence water quality at LATA KERTAS. Geographically, the study focused on LATA KERTAS and its surrounding recreational areas where tourist activities are most concentrated. It evaluates important WQI parameters including dissolved oxygen DO, biochemical oxygen demand BOD, chemical oxygen demand COD, total suspended solid TSS, and pH. In terms of time, water samples were collected during both peak tourism periods such as weekends and holidays, and off-peak days, allowing a clear comparison. It is important to note that the study excludes other pollution sources, such as agricultural runoff, and does not cover long-term climate influences. This study has several important areas of significance. First, environmental monitoring. It provides essential data to track the health of freshwater ecosystem in the area. Second, understanding human impact. It helps to quantify the effect of tourism activities on water quality. Third, policy input. The research offers useful insight that can support data-driven decision-making by authorities and stakeholders. Fourth, academic value. It adds to the existing body of knowledge, especially in a less studied location like LATA KERTAS. And finally, public awareness. The findings can help raise environmental awareness among both tourists and the local community, encouraging more responsible behavior. Next, let's look at the study area. LATA KERTAS is located in the interior of Dabong within the Gunung Stong State Park, a forest reserve known for its rich biodiversity. It is a popular destination for outdoor and water-based recreation, but this also makes it vulnerable to pollution, especially from improper waste disposal, soap usage, and other recreational impact. The Water Quality Index (WQI) is used to monitor this site, classifying rivers into 5 categories from Class 1 very clean to Class 5 very polluted. According to Kadri et al. 2024, most rivers in the area, including LATA KERTAS, currently fall within Class 1 or 2, which indicates good water quality. However, they emphasize the need for continuous monitoring as human interference and seasonal changes can alter these conditions over time. Let's moving on to the literature review. According to Hashim et al. 2021 and Jabatan Alam Sekitar 2020, the WQI is a reliable system used nationwide. Studies show ecotourism does not always degrade water quality if managed well. Community awareness is also key, as emphasized by Lane et al. 2020 and Span 2019. However, specific studies on LATA KERTAS remain limited, justifying this research. Let's now move on to the methodology, beginning with the materials used in this study. The equipment and tools included HDPE bottles and BOD bottles for sample collection, a GPS device for accurate location recording, a portable water quality meter for in-situ testing, Winker reagents and sulfuric acid for DO, and COD analysis, a spectrophotometer for measuring COD and TSS, and a COD reactor for chemical digestion. These materials played an essential role in ensuring accurate and reliable testing of the water quality parameters at LATA KERTAS. Several standard procedures were followed for sample analysis. In-situ measurement of pH, dissolved oxygen DO, and temperature were taken directly at the site using a calibrated water quality meter. The biochemical oxygen demand BOD test was conducted using the dilution method 8043, where samples were incubated in BOD bottles for 5 days before final DO measurement were taken. For chemical oxygen demand COD, the reactor digestion method 8000 was used. Samples were digested at 150 degrees Celsius and analyzed colorimetrically using a spectrophotometer. Lastly, total suspended solid TSS were analyzed using photometric method 8006, where homogenized samples were measured at 810 nm to determine suspended solids concentration. This section outlined the research planning, timeline, and cost breakdown. The flowchart described each phase from site sampling to lab testing and data analysis. The Gantt chart visualized the time taken for each task, and for the budget, includes expenses for equipment, chemicals, and transport. Finally, the study is supported by reliable references from credible sources such as Hatch Company manuals for water analysis methods, peer-reviewed journals like those by Hashim et al. 2021, Kadri et al. 2024, and others. Government reports including DOE 2022 and SPAN 2019. These ensure the validity and reliability of the data and method used. This portfolio that I have complete has truly deepened my understanding of how to manage natural resources, especially in ecotourism areas like LATA KERTAS. I hope this study inspires greater efforts in environmental conservation and sustainable ecotourism development, not just here, but in other natural sites as well. Thank you. That's all from me.